Hello and welcome to Play with the Universe. I'm Ulla Suokko from WiseWomanEnergetics.com. Through my signature Wise Woman work, I help you navigate uncertainty, become available to new possibilities, and create meaningful change from the inside out. It is my intention to create a space where you feel deeply seen, align with what truly matters, and move forward with clarity and courage in your own unique way. Today, we'll explore a question that I think in one form or another we have all faced at some point in our lives. Why does it sometimes feel like the universe is not listening? Perhaps you've asked for guidance because you don't know what comes next. Perhaps you've been hoping for healing, for love, for meaningful work, for greater abundance, or simply for confirmation that you are moving in the right direction. Maybe you've been talking to the universe every single day. Maybe you've prayed or meditated, visualized, journaled, repeated affirmations, read books about manifestation, and yet, despite all your efforts, nothing seems to be moving. The universe seems strangely quiet. You keep looking for signs, but nothing happens. Perhaps you wonder whether you've somehow lost your connection. If you've ever had thoughts like these, you're certainly not alone. Some of my work has come directly from those moments in my own life. But the universe never stops listening for even 1 second. The communication between you and the universe never stops. It's impossible because we live in a vibrational universe and we vibrate all the time. Our vibration is the signal that the universe responds to. The universe is an ever-present field of intelligence, possibility, love, and creativity that we are already part of. We are not separate from it. We don't have to try to convince it to love us or persuade it to support us. The universe responds to us every moment. Before we go any further, I'd like to say that if your life feels particularly heavy right now, I don't want this episode to become another reason for you to judge yourself. Sometimes conversations about vibration or manifestation can leave us feeling as though every difficult experience is somehow our own fault. We all experience uncertainty and moments when simply getting through the day takes enormous courage. So if that's where you find yourself, I would encourage you to go back and listen to episode 4, When Life Feels Heavy. Often the first step is simply allowing yourself to be. And little by little, you will begin to feel safe enough to receive support. So, why does it feel as though the universe isn't listening or responding? One of the biggest misunderstandings I see around manifestation is that it's often presented like online shopping. You decide what you want, you visualize it, you think positively, you wait, and then the universe delivers your order. But most of us have discovered that life doesn't quite work that way. Let's explore how you can tune back in when you feel the universe isn't listening. 1. Check how you feel. 2. Let go of your need to control the outcome. And 3. Choose gratitude. We've already talked about how the vibrational universe responds to your vibration rather than your words alone. So instead of asking only what you want, begin by asking yourself, how am I experiencing life today? What story am I telling myself? Am I coming from lack or abundance? What possibilities do I believe are available? And how does all of this make me feel? Our emotional state is an important part of the communication we're having with life. Perhaps we choose what we want and we make the order, but through our feelings we can keep canceling the order. We keep ordering, we keep canceling. Imagine an old-fashioned radio. If you are just a little off the correct frequency, all you hear is static. The station is still broadcasting exactly as it always has been. The only thing that needs adjusting is the frequency you're tuned into. Your relationship with the universe works in much the same way. The universe is always broadcasting. But if your attention is focused on what's missing or what isn't working or why everyone else seems to be moving forward except you, or on the fear that nothing will ever change, then you are listening to that station, and all of that becomes the lens through which you experience life. It's not that the universe is punishing you or testing you for feeling afraid or frustrated. It's simply responding at that frequency. The question is whether fear becomes the place from which you experience life, from which you create with the universe. Think of a moment when you felt really good, how differently you see the world. Everything seems brighter. People appear kinder. Coincidences seem to happen everywhere. Ordinary things feel magical. If someone is cranky or nasty to you, it's much easier to brush it off, thinking they are simply having a bad day, and perhaps even bless them as you go. Has the world actually changed? No, but you have. In much the same way, when we are deeply discouraged, exhausted, or convinced that nothing ever works out for us, we begin seeing life through those expectations. We notice evidence that confirms our fears. We overlook new possibilities that don't fit the heavy story we've been telling ourselves. We don't see the way out, even if it is always there. Our inner state influences what we notice, what we allow into our experiences, and what we feel safe enough to receive. Instead of asking, how do I manifest this exact outcome? How about asking, who am I as I walk toward it? How do I feel about receiving it? Because we don't truly want the thing itself. We want what we believe the thing will allow us to feel. Perhaps it's the dream house. Perhaps it's connecting with the love of your life. Perhaps it's successful business and financial freedom. But if we look a little deeper, we discover what we are really longing for. Whatever is at the top of the list of your values. The love of your life isn't just about that particular person. It's about love itself. The business is not only about the numbers. It's about purpose, contribution, creativity, service. Perhaps it's about the feeling that you matter and that your gifts matter. And that's a very different conversation to have with yourself and with the universe. Instead of saying, universe, please give me this exact thing, perhaps you can say, universe, help me experience the freedom, the joy, the love, the creativity, and the abundance that are already in my heart and in my field. Show me the path that is truly in alignment with my highest good. even if it looks different from the one I've been imagining. Show me the way. Universe, show me. When imagining my possibilities, I like saying, this or something better is now on its way to me. That's where manifestation begins to transform from trying to control life into learning to dance with it. So let's explore the next one. Let go of your need to control the outcome. When we decide exactly how life is supposed to unfold, imagining every detail and then handing the universe a list, often with a timeline, we are trying to control the outcome. And when we control the outcome, we limit the creation itself. Dreams are very important, don't get me wrong. They can elevate you, but I invite you to play with them as possibilities, as carriers of magic and momentum. If we obsess over the exact way those dreams have to come true, we limit the infinite field. Our need to control most of the time reveals how out of control we feel. And when that's the energy we are creating from, it's difficult to experience clarity or flow. We often become impatient and ask repeatedly, is it working? Why hasn't it happened yet? What am I doing wrong? Why is the universe not responding? Where's my sign? Or where's my stuff? Many of the things I once desperately wanted eventually arrived, just not in the way I had imagined. Often they arrived when I had finally stopped checking in all the time. Are we there yet? And many of the things that never arrived turned actually out to be a true blessing. So when we insist on things going our way, we create a vibrational conflict between what is already calling us forward and what we think we want. We order and we cancel the order. We order and we cancel the order. Imagine how it would feel to live aligned, fulfilled, and on purpose. Ask yourself, how can I become available to the energy of love and abundance in a new way right now? Stay curious. Imagine receiving an email from the universe saying, Dear one, don't worry, something beautiful is on its way. With love, the universe. Just the other day, I heard the testimony of a woman who had been diagnosed with stage 4 cancer that had spread throughout her body. She wasn't given any hope. It was inoperable at that point. She decided that no matter what happened or how long it took, she was going to be a miracle. She chose another frequency. When her next scan came, in just a few months, there was no evidence of cancer. She described it as a knowing in her bones. We have that power. You have that power. This isn't just a mindset decision. It has to become embodied knowing, a full-body truth. Not words you repeat in the hope they'll become true, but something you know so deeply that you begin to live from it. Trust itself changes the quality of your journey, and choosing to trust is perhaps one of the greatest gifts we can give ourselves. Not certainty, but choosing to trust ourselves and life even when certainty and external validation aren't available. Now we come to the third way we can tune ourselves back in with the universe when it feels like the universe is not listening. Choose gratitude. Be grateful not only for what you have, but also for what is on its way. We are often so focused on what hasn't happened or what is missing that we stop noticing everything that already has happened and what is already here. One door is closing, another one is opening, but you find yourself in between. It's in moments like these that it's especially tempting to think the universe isn't listening. But perhaps the questions aren't, why isn't the universe listening? Or why isn't the universe responding? Perhaps the questions are, what story within me is keeping me in the past? What is calling me forward? Who do I choose to be now? What is the version of me whose time has come? You don't have to force yourself to become someone else. You simply begin saying yes to who you already are and what is ready to unfold. What if tomorrow morning, before you even get out of bed, you smile and say, "Good morning, universe. Let's play today. Show me what's possible for me today. Show me how supported I am. Let's see some magic and miracles today. Show me abundance and generosity. Show me where love already is. Universe, show me why I am so blessed. Thank you, thank you, thank you." You're welcome to make your own version of that. When you begin your day like that, with that kind of energy, you become available to new possibilities. You soften your heart to receive what is already finding its way to you, even if you don't yet know what it looks like. You become grateful not only for what you already have, but also for the essence of your dreams. Sometimes what you are asking for doesn't happen because it isn't the right moment. Sometimes it doesn't happen because something even more aligned is on its way. And sometimes what first appears to be a detour becomes the very path that leads you where you are meant to be. Trust. Rather than focusing on what's missing, celebrate what is already there. Approach life with lightness. Play with the universe. Expect magic and miracles. So remember, check how you feel, because how you feel shapes how you interpret life and experience the world. How you feel becomes your vibration, and your vibration determines what you become available to receive. Let go of your need to control the outcome. Stay true to the essence of your dreams, but leave room for life to surprise you with something even more beautiful than you could have imagined. Have the courage to step into the unknown, because that's where new possibilities are. Choose gratitude, not only for what you already have, but also for what is about to unfold. Trust that every moment belongs to a much bigger whole within the dance of life than we can currently understand. Remember, the universe always says yes. Your part is to choose what it is saying yes to. It's a joyous honor to play with the universe with you. Trust yourself. Trust this moment. Trust life. You are infinitely loved.